Both of them are 140 to 190 words. That's actually not much. Might sound a lot, but it's not. And the problem that I'm having at the moment is the students are actually writing too much because they want to write so much and they are limited by that small amount, and that becomes quite a difficult thing because you want to say all these things, but you've got this restriction of 140 to 190 words. We do so much practice with the writing that by the end, that's easy, no problem. You know exactly how much to write, you see it, you judge it, it will all be perfect, okay? So, the first part is a compulsory essay. That is basically formal, semi-formal, formal. Okay, so that's you maybe writing a letter of complaint or writing an essay about something that you, something to do with education or pollution, you know the things, I'm sure you've done them before already, maybe in your general English. But the second part, you have a choice. You have a choice. It can be an article, could be a report, could be a review, it could be a semi-formal email, it could be an informal email. So you have a choice, and that's quite good because if there's one particular thing you don't like, you're not forced to write about it. Unfortunately, the essay you are, but the second part you have a choice, which is pretty good. But as I say, again, we do a lot of practice with the writing, the way that you write, the way that you choose the words, the structures, the language. So by the end, if you're not confident in your writing, as many students aren't at the beginning, by the end, hopefully, you'll be confident enough to really do very well. Okay? All right, let's talk about the listening. Which I think there's 4 parts to this. It was like, 40 minutes listening. Yes. This isn't probably the favourite one, the listening. The bonus is you hear it twice. Okay, you hear it twice. Whereas I think in the IELTS, well I know in the IELTS you only hear it once, so that is a bonus, you do hear it twice. And again, you have multiple choice, sentence completions, there's different ways of answering the questions, okay? We do the practice again, we do the practice with this because there are ways of approaching the listening, and so if that's something, obviously you felt a little bit like, I'm not so confident with your listening, I would hope that by the end of the 12-week course, you would have changed that expression to, yes, I love listening. No, honestly, I think you would find that you would improve it. You would definitely improve it, because we do so much practice on that as well. Okay. All right. Speaking, favourite one. 14 minutes with a partner. So that's good. That's good, with a partner. Okay, so again, there are 4 parts to this. The first part is just general chit-chat to make you feel relaxed. Okay, where are you from? Okay, where are you from? Okay, and where are you from? Brazil, okay. So that's just to make you feel relaxed for the part 1. Then we move to a part 2. And what this is, you get 2 pictures, and I'll show you, because I brought some just so you could have a look. Which one shall I show you? This one here. Okay, you can't really, actually I'll give you one on each table, that's the best thing to do, just so you can have a look. You might get a different one. But you've got a different one with it, let's try some. Didn't realise we'd have so many people today. So this is a collaborative task to some extent, okay? First of all, the first person has to compare, contrast, speculate, and answer the question, which you can see at the top. So you'd say in both of these pictures we can see in picture 1, picture 2, maybe, they could be, and then you answer the question, okay? The bad news is you have 1 minute to do it in, okay? Again, you get the practice with this. At the beginning, it's like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to do that, but by the end, you've got it, okay? So you do that for 1 minute, and then your partner does it for 1 minute, and then at the end, you have a question to answer about each other's pictures. Okay, that's it. Part 3 is the real collaborative task, where you work together. It's not about the interlocutor, it's not about me sitting in front of you, you're talking to each other, you're discussing together, you're listening, you're asking opinions. Okay, so it's all about your partner. And then the last part is just more in-depth discussion. So it's a pretty popular choice. Most students enjoy it. It's good fun. We have good fun. We have good fun with the timing of these. And generally, yeah, it's not something to get stressed about. The speaking is pretty popular. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay. Let's move on a little bit. So, as I said, I asked you at the beginning about if you are interested in IELTS, but just very quickly, the comparisons between them. The Cambridge test score never expires. Okay, so with IELTS it does. So once you've got it, you've got it. So that's pretty good, okay? As I've said already, the Cambridge English teaches natural, everyday English. We talked about that, the idioms, the phrasal verbs, the colloquial phrases. The writing is less academic. Again, I've already mentioned that. The listening is played twice. The speaking is with a partner. As I say, we've already compared these. And the Cambridge is a pass-fail test based on your overall score, okay? So you can still fail some parts and still pass the test. Okay, so that's pretty good. You know, if you do really well in everything but you don't do so well in your listening, then you can still pass it. Okay. Any questions? No? All quite happy? Okay, so just to sort of finish this off before we discuss things, as I said, it is fun and enjoyable. We have a lot of laughs in the Cambridge class. You know, it really is good fun. It's not, obviously we are learning. We are very focused. You have to be, because there's a lot to get through. There's a lot to do in the course. But, you know, we don't have a stressful time, we have a fun time. Okay, and that really enables you to learn if you're enjoying it, all right? Yes, it's varied, and yes, it's challenging, but as I say, that's great. You know, that's good to have that. You wanted that challenge, didn't you? Yeah, it covers the everyday English, it prepares you for real life, it teaches you the skills to improve your English quickly, as I said. You know, you need to be able to learn these things. We can learn those skills to help you do that. Yes, it's well respected, looks impressive on a CV. I'm repeating what I've already said. And yeah, even if you don't want to sit the exam, that really doesn't matter, because it's an excellent course to do. You're certainly not wasting your time with the Cambridge course. It's only ever going to be an advantage to you in every way. The other bonus is you have 12 weeks altogether, so you form really good relationships with your classmates. In this class at the moment that I'm teaching, you know, they've had 3 barbecues. I think there's another one this weekend. Because you're always seeing each other, you really form a bond, and you also form a bond with your teacher, and that's a really nice thing. So for those 3 months, you're quite a tight unit. And you can help each other, with the problems, with the course, or the learning. So it's a really positive experience, I would say. And I certainly would recommend it, because I think it's a fantastic